Hi friends, welcome back to Farm Girl Diaries. My name is Caitlin. I just wanted to hop on here real quick and do a video and kind of talk about what I'm feeling right now. I just spent this whole evening working on my pond. I just got the pond constructed and it's holding water and I'm so excited. So I'm so excited about the pond. But so I took a picture because I want to post it to my Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me, Farm Girl Diaries. Um, but I posted the picture, and I posted the picture because I was so excited about the pond. I thought the pond looked awesome, and for somebody that has no skills, has never built a pond before, and did it for less than $40, I'm so impressed. Is it perfect? No. And as somebody who actually builds ponds for a living comes to look at it, I guarantee you they will find flaws with it. And is this a pond that's going to be built to last for the next 10 years? Probably not. um, I did think about putting, they do make some like spray foam stuff that you can actually put on the rocks to like glue them kind of in place. But I never liked to make something like permanent. So in case I have this pond, realize I can't get the ecosystem going, don't like it, whatever, I can just dismantle it and use the rocks in a different place. So I'm okay that it's not a permanent pond. As long as it stands, as long as I want it to stand, then we're good. So I posted the picture, and then I spent the next 10 minutes looking at the picture, studying the picture, because you can see in the back there are a good amount of weeds. So I almost like deleted the picture, and I'm sitting here just like, people are gonna look at this and think like, you call yourself a gardener and you have that many weeds in your garden, and I'm already like, and you are your, well, maybe not everybody, but I am my worst critic. Um, and I almost deleted it, and I had to kind of stop myself, and that's why I decided to grab the camera. So let's have a real talk. um, weeds exist. Weeds exist, and this garden has continually grown every single year. And every single year, the weeds get less and less. I've talked about it before, but I don't have a lot of money to pour into this garden. I work a full-time job. I have this house by myself. I have house projects I do by myself. Like, my parents help me with house projects and stuff like that, but like, I don't have another income. I don't have anybody else helping me when it comes to the bills and finances and all that stuff. So, if money was no object, would I have scraped the earth, tore out all the grass, put down landscape fabric and all that jazz? Yes. Would I bring in stone or gravel or anything every single year to do those paths? Yes. Um, I have requested a chip drop delivery, so I'm waiting for my chip drops, my chips, so that I can mulch my paths. And once I can get them done, that'll look so much better. Um, but, and then the third thing is, when I started this garden, I'm very much somebody in case, I don't know when this is going to come out in relation to the pond video, but in case you haven't realized, I'm somebody that I just do things, and I do no research on it. I just stabbed myself. I do no research on it, and I kind of just like jumped the gun and like, let's do it. So when I put in the garden, I started small. Didn't, like I said, next garden will have landscape fabric down. I will like prepare the space more. I now know that I need a much bigger space than what I have. So like, I know these things now going into the next project. So that also is why the garden is as weedy as it is, because I didn't set it up the correct way. And I'm not going back and redoing it. That's too much work. But every year the weeds get less and less. And my other thought that I'm having as I'm looking at this picture, judging all of my weeds, is I don't have the whole garden planted out yet. And I can look at the spaces that I do have planted out and see how I'm controlling it, managing the weeds. I'm trying to go out there every couple of days for half an hour to an hour and just pull weeds, especially the thistle. I'm trying really, really hard this year to get on the thistle. I spent some money getting some cardboard laid down. I'm getting straw laid down. I'm trying really hard to fight the weeds. Um, so I have spaces that I don't have planted out yet that I haven't even started working on the weeds because I'm not going to weed a bed and then have it sit completely empty. There are a couple of reasons why, well, there are reasons why weeds grow in the first place. Weeds grow to hold soil in place. Earth does not like to be bare, so if you have bare soil, she will try to cover herself with whatever she can. The weeds help hold soil in place. They help with water retention. They help keep that soil loose and not becoming that desert-like cracked earth that's just drier than dry. Um, the earth wants to have good soil. I stabbed myself again. I think I need to go. My nails aren't even long, but I keep like stabbing myself. But weeds are there for Earth. She wants the weeds, she wants them there, and they have a purpose. Things like thistle that I hate so much. The purpose of thistle grows where the earth is too caked together, it's too kind of compacted. And thistle is kind of the way that, because it has such a long taproot, that's why we can't get rid of it, because it just goes, it's seemingly to the center of the earth. But thistle grows as an effort to loosen the soil. It's too compacted. So all of the weeds have a purpose. They're grown for the soil. It's only humans that have decided that we don't like the weeds, that it ruins our aesthetics. So I don't pull the weeds out of a space that I'm not ready to plant yet. So I have 2 beds right now that are, yeah, I think just 2. No, I have 3. I have 3 beds. 3 beds that are completely full of weeds, and they're going to get planted out this weekend, but until they get planted out, they're going to be full of weeds. Because I'm not going to pull the weeds and then let that ground sit empty, because it's just going to grow more weeds before I have time to plant it. So I pull the weeds before I plant it, plant what I'm going to plant, and then I lay straw down. So as I continually get things in the ground, these weeds will go away. I will pull the weeds, and then we'll try to keep up with them as the season goes on. On the paths, as soon as I can get my chips off delivery, again, I'll go in, I'll pull the biggest weeds out, I'll lay more cardboard down, I'll put the chips down. Again, I'll try to get control of those weeds. In all reality, my garden is not that weedy right now. It's really so just kind of at the edges, and especially like around some of the raised boxes. There is some grass growing. This was a grassy space just a couple of years ago. So this is basically for me and anyone who this might help. Post the picture. If your garden is weedy, post the picture. If your house is dirty, post the picture. Invite the friends over. Last year, I didn't have anyone over to my garden. Like, one of my favorite things, I just want to sit and have like a cheese board and a glass of wine out in the garden on a summer night. I think that sounds lovely. I didn't do it at all last year because I felt like the garden was too weedy, and I didn't want anyone to see the mess, because I 100% attribute, for some reason, if the garden is weedy, then I'm not a real gardener. And that's a crock of bull. That's bull. That's not how this works. Same thing with my house. My house, if it's not impeccably clean, if there is a pile of dog hair in the corner that I haven't gotten to yet, I do try to keep my house pretty clean, I will say that. But I have 3 animals. Sometimes there's going to be hair in the ground until I can get to it. Don't let these things of imperfection stop you from living your life. Because when I go to my friend's house, I'm not looking at their weedy garden. I'm not judging, oh my god, you have a dust ball in the corner. Oh my god. Like, no, I'm not doing that. Your real friends and your real family are going to want to come over and hang out with you, regardless of whether you've put the laundry away that evening, whether you've mowed the grass. All these things are nice to do. Completely agree. But don't let these things stop you from living your life. Don't let the weedy garden not allow you to post a picture that you're happy about, or a messy kitchen stop you from having friends over for pizza. We need to allow ourselves, and I'm always talking about allowing yourself grace, but we need to do that. We need to be nicer to ourselves. I am not nice to myself at all. It was funny, I left work today, and I was yelling at my girlfriend. I was like, it is 45 minutes past quitting time. Like, you need to leave. And I was giving her a whole bunch of crap that you work late all the time, you don't need to do this. And then she looked at me, she's like, Caitlin, you're here 45 minutes late too. And I was like, oh, well. The rules don't apply to me. So we need to learn to be nicer to ourselves. Why are we allowing other people the graces that we're not allowing ourselves? So this is just your PSA to be nice to yourself today. And no one cares if your garden's weedy, or your hair isn't dyed correctly, or you have roots that you need to touch up. Like, no one cares. We love you for you, and we just want to hang out with you for you. Thank you guys for joining me for my little impromptu rant, I guess. It is 8:30 and I haven't had dinner yet, and I have never been this late on dinner in my life. So I am going to go have dinner, and then I think I have earned a little bit of relaxation before bed because I worked hard today. But I will see you guys on the next video. Bye, friends.